The story begins with me wandering through a forest. I stumble upon an old house. It looks abandoned. I notice there are vines growing on the outside. It looks very unkempt and cobwebs. And the house is built on a foundation that appears to be mud. So, with hesitation, I enter the house. Curious about what's inside, find a seating area on my left and banners hanging above my head. There are treasured items displayed in item frames on the wall. A clock, spyglass, a eye, and a music disc. There's what appears to be a training area with armor stands and a punching bag. And curious enough, there's a trap door in the floor. Kind of an odd place to put it. There are bookshelves in the ceiling and chests. One chest contains 7 candles, and the other chest is empty. I closed the door behind me to make sure nothing would sneak in. So, I make my way over to the trapdoor. Curious, I look inside of it and find it's a pit. It's a cave entrance. But there's no safe way to descend. I don't know what kind of idea someone had here. How they would even expect to get in there. So as I continue to explore the house, I decide to go upstairs, which leads me to one single room, dimly lit by the moonlight. Inside there's a bookcase on the left. There's a fireplace in the center, a hole in the wall, and a wardrobe on the right. I check the wardrobe and it's empty. As I make my way over to the fireplace, there's no fire inside, but there is a painting on the mantle that the moonlight is shining directly upon. It's a bizarre painting with a dapper looking gentleman standing. And I think to myself, that as a memento, I'll take the painting with me. So I grab the painting and proceed to leave the house, still baffled by who could have built this house and why leave it here. I had arrived home, snow beneath my feet with each step. I climbed my ladder into my tree house and started looking for the perfect spot for the painting. Right between my 2 flower pots, I figured that would be nice. It did make for quite the centerpiece. It was a memento to remember my journey, something to liven up my home. It looked wonderful. So after my long trip, I decided it's time to settle down for the night. I went to bed. The next night, as I'm returning home, I noticed something strange about my house. I pulled out my spyglass and I looked. There were no lights. I decided to check it out. I mean, what else could I do? It was my house after all. Nothing outside the house was disturbed. Climbed my ladder, and as I approached my house, all the torches were gone. I have no idea who could have done this. But nothing strange like this happened before. So I wonder. Very next night, Also noticed something strange. I was returning home from mining. Pulled out my spyglass, and sure enough, my house was on fire. Starting to baffle me how anything like this could have even happened. I mean, I was all alone in this world. I had to put the fire out. Luckily, it didn't spread that far. But I knew I wasn't safe here anymore, and I had to move, at least temporarily. So I had built a house on a hill nearby, and I decided to stay there for the night. I thought to myself, none of this really happened before. Not until after that one trip I made to that one house in the forest. Could it have been? Was the owner of the house after me? Or was it something worse? All I know is that I had to get some sleep that night. I think about it in the morning. The following morning, as I was walking through the woods, I looked back at my house from the distance. On my spyglass yet again. I noticed the painting looked different. I hesitantly made my way back to my old house. I noticed some torches were missing. The campfire was gone. There was a disturbance outside this time. Climbed my ladder. As I entered the house, I noticed a chocolate ball was missing, but the painting remained. Whatever had done this left the painting. Sure enough, the painting itself was different. The man in the painting, the dapper-dressed man, was closer. He had moved from his original position, almost like he was approaching me. So I had to get rid of it. I knew this was the cause of my troubles. I immediately ripped it from the wall. I had to take it back for the sake of my home, for the sake of my safety. As I make my way back to the house, stumble across the ground. Burst through the door. I had to run back upstairs to find the fireplace had been lit. I had no time to think about who could have done this. I just had to put the painting back on the mantle. Get out there as fast as possible. Sun's door behind me. Never want to see that painting or that house again.